What's up, space pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And I have been preaching for a while now that pretty much the best weapon to use against games like Dragon Age the FAILguard, is good old mockery. Because these people like the ones at Bioware, just wilt in the face of it. These progressives working in the gaming industry view themselves as intellectually superior, and they view the causes that they champion as super serious. I mean, that's why they tailor their games for the modern audience. They just know that there is an army of sophisticated, enlightened souls out there who share precisely the same progressive views as them, just itching to drop some money on games like Dragon Age.
What is it? What do you smell? Man flesh.
Well, it turns out that these same people who absolutely demand that you take them super serial, they are just about as delicate and pathetic as you would expect. Dragon Age the FAILguard, one of the wokest games from 2024 that was just about the most laden with progressive ideological shit that you can imagine, their moderators on Facebook just let everyone know that if you laugh at them on their page, they will ban you. Like I said, mockery works on these sorts of jackasses, and the bad news for people like this, telling us that you refuse to be laughed at, will not help you in the long run. The mockery is going to come whether they want it to or not. In fact, the more they fight it, the more mockery they are going to have to deal with.
I don't like it! I don't like to think about it!
Oh, wait, you're serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. We have been gathering a whole bunch of new subscribers lately, so it is time to ask the question that many of you know is coming.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
We are now boasting 98,000 space pirate a-holes in this Buccaneer crew, and as is the custom on this channel, with every 1,000 subscribers, we add a new ship to the fleet in order to house the newcomers. This time I added the Eagle 1 from Space 1999, which was recommended to me by a member of the crew. If one of you has any suggestions for future ships, drop them into the comment section below and I'll add them to my long list. Super chats get bumped to the top of that list, and also remember that once we hit 100k, that unfinished Death Star in the background will be completed. But in any case, thanks to everyone for your support.
I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
But alright, it's been a minute since we talked about Dragon Age the FAILguard, arguably one of the wokest games to have come out of 2024. Concord and Dustborn have it beaten in my opinion, but it's definitely up there. And as a result, this game has sold like absolute shit. Of course, the media tried desperately to defend it, but this game was an absolute triumph for me, for people like me, for gamers in their quest to keep this ideological shit out of their games. The reason that the FAILguard does such a fantastic job of being a prime example of how these noodleheads try to gaslight us is because they reassured us, the people in the media, reassured us repeatedly that Dragon Age was selling super well. despite all the signs that we pointed to, the media kept saying that this thing was going to be a major hit. And now, a month after its release, and we've got David Jaffe or Haffey or however the hell you pronounce his name. He's the director of God of War. But anyhow, he just said that YouTubers killed Dragon Age. And this, of course, is an open admission that the game has indeed been killed. Despite all the manufactured hype and the media praise, they have to acknowledge that we killed it. And that is a sincerely beautiful thing. What makes it so significant is that it is just one more indicator that the media has been supplanted by independent content creators. These multi-million-dollar companies have become less powerful than an army of random people in their spare bedrooms with a camera and a microphone. And they really aren't handling any of this very well over at Bioware. This is what's going on with the FAILguard Facebook page. This admin here wrote, "Please remember that using laugh reactions on posts or comments that are not intended to be funny," who gets to decide that? Who gets to decide whether or not something is supposed to be funny? Funniness is in the eye of the beholder. But I digress. Any comments or laugh reactions on posts not intended to be funny will lead to removal from this group, as we aim to maintain a positive atmosphere. Keep in mind that term right there, positive. We're going to talk about that again in a couple of minutes. But if your intention is to troll, promote negativity, or use reaction emojis as a weapon, we cannot guarantee that you will be allowed to stay. Feel free to laugh react to this too, so I can weed some of you out now. And naturally, if you look at the bottom there, a few thousand people look to have reacted in some manner, and I can only assume that a shitload of them were laughs. Because here's the thing, nobody gives a shit about this game, or the words and actions from these people who work for Bioware. We are only here for the laughs at this point because the game was a total dud, and these idiots have earned every LOL and laugh react that they have to suffer through. But what an absolutely weak thing to say when you think about it. How pathetic is it to tell people not to laugh because they don't want negativity? Here's the deal though, this is a full-blown example of the toxic positivity that has permeated throughout the entertainment industry over the past decade or so. They do everything in their power at companies like this, companies like Bioware. They do everything in their power to make sure that nobody says anything but positive shit around them, and it's what has led to a bunch of games that nobody wants to play, because even constructive criticism gets swept up in this dragnet. And at the end of the day, the mockery that I advocate for is really just me being cruel to be kind. They need to be made fun of because what they're doing is bad, and if they aren't told that it's bad, then they will keep doing it. Sure, they'll likely keep plugging their ears and running away, but eventually they will be driven out of the industry at this rate and replaced with those who aren't quite so weak and who will engage with gamers. Or at least that is the hope and the theory. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of Dragon Age and Bioware into the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.